My aunt wants me, and I don't know what to do. Part 5. As evening approached, she drove me to a large luxury estate on the outskirts of the city. Inside lived an older woman everyone seemed to respect. Her name was Margaret. She welcomed Aunt Rebecca warmly. "So this is Emily," she said with a smile. The way she looked at me made me uncomfortable. Aunt Rebecca and Margaret spent hours talking while I sat quietly nearby. Several times I noticed them glance in my direction before lowering their voices. With every passing minute my anxiety grew. Eventually, Margaret handed Aunt Rebecca a thick envelope. I couldn't hear what was being said, but something felt wrong. Very wrong. And that was when I made my decision. I had to leave, no matter what it took. On the drive home, we passed through a busy section of the city filled with traffic, people and shops. "Aunt Rebecca, could you pull over for a minute?" I asked. She looked at me suspiciously. "Why?" "I need to use the restroom." She hesitated. Then, reluctantly, she pulled over. The moment my feet touched the sidewalk, I ran. I ran faster than I ever had before. Behind me, I heard Aunt Rebecca shouting my name. "Emily." But I didn't stop. I couldn't, because deep down, I knew that if I turned around, I might lose my chance at freedom forever. The moment my feet touched the sidewalk, I ran. I didn't look back. Cars rushed past. Street vendors called out to customers. People moved in every direction, but all I could hear was the sound of my own heartbeat. "Emily!" Aunt Rebecca shouted behind me. I ran even faster. I pushed through the crowd, tears streaming down my face. If she caught me, I knew I might never get another chance to leave. I turned into a narrow side street and ducked behind a large dumpster. For several seconds, I held my breath. Then I heard it, the slow movement of a car nearby. My heart nearly stopped. Was she still looking for me? Of course she was. Carefully, I peeked around the corner. The street was busy. People were everywhere, yet somehow I had never felt more alone. No one knew what I was going through. No one knew how badly I needed help. Suddenly, I felt a gentle tap on my shoulder. I jumped. Standing behind me was an elderly woman carrying a basket of fruit. "My dear," she said softly, "why are you crying?" The kindness in her voice almost broke me. For a moment, I wanted to tell her everything. I wanted someone to save me. She lowered her voice. "Did someone hurt you?" Slowly, I nodded. The woman glanced around nervously. "Come with me," she whispered. For the first time all day, hope flickered inside me. Maybe this was my chance. Maybe someone had finally come to help. But before we could leave, a familiar voice echoed through the street. "Emily." My blood ran cold.